Hey there, Jack Bosch coming to here today from the Kanuhura Hotel in the Maldives, which is in the Indian Ocean. Look at this. There we go. So, my message of the day today is that in order to have the life of your dreams, you gotta be crystal clear about your priorities in life and then live your life based on those. So, what is your priorities? Like to me, it's family. Very simple, family. That's the reason why every year we take a 3 week trip from the United States to Germany and spend time with my parents, with my brother, his family, his wife, his little son, and why we do this track for the last 22 years, 21 years in a row. We have done that. So then we also take extra trips as a nuclear family with Sophia and Michelle, like we're doing right now here to the Maldives. So it's an overall 3 week trip. But then also later in this year, my parents are coming over to the United States. We bought them tickets to come visit us. And then later in the year, my brother's coming over to the United States. And you know what? While these visits happen, business is going to be reduced to an absolute minimum. And I'm doing that because family is my priority. Yours might be a different one, but if yours is let's take family as an example. In the United States, a lot of people say family. I do this for the family. I work hard for the family. Yet families, on average, statistically shown, only spend 37 minutes a day all together, truly together. Isn't that crazy? It's like, what the heck is that? Like, your priorities can't be your priorities if you only spend 37 minutes with those you love around, if that's your number one priority. So be very, very crystal clear about your priorities, and then comes the hard part, which is living your life following those priorities. For example, I no longer take speaking engagements. I get invited to speak all the time if those speaking engagements keep me away from the family for more than basically about 24 to 36 hours. Right? So if I get invited to speak in Atlanta or in Orlando or in New York or so, I check the calendar. If I can make it there, I can fly out there in the morning, speak in the evening, fly back the next morning. I might do it. If I have to stay there for 2-3 days just for one speaking thing, not happening. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if it's a revenue generating thing, if they want to pay me 10 or 20 grand to speak or something like that. It's not happening. I'm not doing it because it takes me away from my number one priority. Right? Unless I can schedule it such that I take the family with me. Now, here comes the thing. So I'm getting paid 10 grand somewhere. Now I have to pay for 3 flights. I have to pay for, while I'm speaking, perhaps if you're going to Orlando, they go to Disney World and spend a whole bunch of money on Disney World and things like that. And now we're coming back and the speaking gig there's barely anything left over. Guess what? I still might do it for other reasons, but I still might do it. But then at least it becomes a mini family vacation. Right? We get to spend the mornings together, the evenings together, and the travel time together. And usually we build in an extra day or two of just leisure time for all of us. So it becomes a mini vacation that's actually paid for. There we go, right? So the thing is, you got to be crystal clear about your priorities. And if somebody suggests a business that I know would require 90% of my time for the next 2-3 years, even if it brings in a ton of money, I will say no, because I'm in the phase of my life right now that family is the most important thing. I have an 11-year-old that is entering some crucial years of having to see role models in front of her that will define her path in her life. At least I hope so. So I am committed to make myself the best that I can possibly be, and that requires me to say no to certain things. Right? So what are your priorities? Be crystal clear about them, and then live on them. Live according to them. Right? That's my message for the day. All right. Bye-bye.